In this video, I'm doing a review of the Lux, spelled L-U-X, Productivity Planner. So this one is a daily planner, like day to a page, with monthly planning pages. The main difference, though, of why I wanted this one is that it has dot grid pages to write on for the daily spreads. So if you like doing day to a page for bullet journaling, then perhaps a planner like this, where the pages are pre-printed for you, but you still get the dot grid, would be a good option. So I purchased the green version because I never normally see green on like a cover option for a planner, and I don't really have many green ones. I really like this color. It looks really nice. The color's like vibrant. It's not, dull or washed out or anything. There are plenty of other colors to choose from as well. I saw orange, navy, usual black, pink. So there's plenty to choose from if you don't like this green version. Because it is day to a page plus monthly, it is quite chunky. So I'd say it's just under 1 inch thick. The pages, as you can see straight away, are bright white. So unlike the yucky yellow paper that most sewn bound notebooks have, I really like that this one has white pages. Page size. It's about 6 and a bit inches wide by about 8.5 inches high. I will have all the exact dimensions in the blog post, which will be linked down below as per usual. It does have an elastic band to keep it all closed. I've just taken off to film this video. I got this one on Amazon. I'll include the link below. They do have their own website though as well if you wanted to purchase directly from them. And then here we have the contents page, something very different to most planners as well. They've plotted out the numbers for you. All of the pages are numbered as well, which is great. And it's all linked, and it's so easy to like navigate. It's already done for you. And then we have the start of the planner. So it is sewn bound with a hardcover, so pretty typical. There are no tabs. If you want to find the month though, they're all clustered together at the front, and then you've got another divider where all of the days start. They do have, I've seen on their website, some tabs that you can like stick on the pages with the months of the year if you wanted to add that, but since they're all clustered together at the front, I don't think you really need them. At the front here, they also have a little guide on how they recommend you use the pages, the usual SMART goals thing that I must have seen a dozen times by now. We have the daily planning pages, which you'll see more of in a sec, but I like when they give you some suggestions on how to use them. Some little icons. Keep going. You can just pause the video if you wanted to read all of this, and I will have photos of these, which will be in the blog post link down below as well. There's those monthly calendars. You get some finance tracking pages as well. Really love the project planning pages. It's like my all-time favorite type of pages. And while I'm just on here on this topic, I will just mention they do actually have a version which is with the rings. So if you wanted to purchase inserts, like they've got inserts of these pages, you can buy those and just add them and like assemble your own. So it's not disc bound, unfortunately. If it was disc bound, that would be great. But it is ring bound. You can buy the refills if you don't want a book bound version like this. So we've got the start here with the long-term goals section, and they don't just give you one. You've actually got about 4 here with the main goal, all the milestones, your dates. Really love this planned and actual for accountability. I think some more space to write in the milestone section would be good, like 1 goal per page or even 2 pages per goal. I don't think you could ever run out of, ever have too much space for a goal page, because I'm going to run out of space pretty quickly with just a quarter of the spread per goal. We go into the months. As you can see, it is undated, so you can start using this planner whenever you want. It is only 1 page per month, which is quite squished. Monday week start. You can write the little dates in the corners yourself. Those page numbers appear as well for easier navigation. 6. So it is I believe it's a 12-month planner. I'm seeing 12 monthly calendars here. I will double check that for you and include that in the blog post as well. And then after the monthly spreads, we go into the daily pages. So you've probably noticed at the front here, these pages just want to close on their own. So let's go to a later part of the book. They are laying more flat on their own, and that's not the middle of the book. So let's break the spine a bit, turn it over, pull the pages back a bit. You're not breaking the notebook, you're just like breaking it in. You know how when you've had it open for a while and they tend to lay flat better? All you're doing is just like speeding that up when I say break the spine, as you've probably seen me do in quite a few videos. You're not wrecking the notebook, you're just breaking it in a bit. So we've got the daily pages, 1 page per day, that dot grid Writing space I mentioned earlier, undated as well, so you can just circle the day that you're doing it for and just go ahead and plan. You don't have to use it every day. You could stop and start using the notebook if you wanted to. Schedule runs from 6 a.m. until midnight, so you've got a full day. I figure that would suit most people. If you're someone like me that gets up late, stays up late, or you get up early, go to bed early, you can use those times. And if you had some excess, so for me, I would never be up at 6 a.m. doing stuff. You could just turn this into like a top 3, or if you go to bed early, you could use the bottom part as your top 3 or just some extra note space. They've got a Hydrate Tracker, little checklist here. I probably would not bother with that because, I mean, you can just see the next page like straight there for the next day. I do like this little productivity score thing though, as like an accountability, like a quick daily review. Like obviously if you had a good day, you're going to have a high number. So that's something different. Got critical tasks, like top 3, other tasks, today's wins, progress on goals, and exercise. So not a bad daily spread. I normally avoid ones that have a schedule, but at least this one has a lot of list space as well. Each of these are numbered as well, if you want to find where you're up to, or maybe you are doing multiple projects. You could keep some of the daily pages, like say from 180 to 190 could be daily planning pages you've set aside for one goal. Then you might jump ahead to like page 210 where you start doing daily pages for another goal. So if you're like planning, I guess, sort of multiple goals at the same time, you can jump around a bit because you've got those page numbers there for you. They are embedded quite far up into the page though. Probably want to see them more like down here, so it's not quite in the middle there. The placement is consistent on all pages though, so that's probably why. Now, the other pages I wanted to show you, at the end of each week you've got a reflection, which again has lots of space for you to do your review questions. I quite like this, some different ones, like distractions and how to reduce them, self-improvement ideas, so they're different questions than what I typically would see. I do have some weekly review questions. If you wanted a copy of mine, I'll include a link down below. I really like this time spent section. So you can see, did you actually like work on your goals? How much time did you spend? Like, so that's really good. I really like this little box. Got some habit tracking space, like a mood thing and a reward. So I really like this weekly reflection. It's not something I would have normally done, but now that I've seen it, I quite like it, and I'm thinking about incorporating that into my own weekly review process. So very functional page, and then you do get this nice big dot grid page to put whatever you want there as well. And we have some more daily spreads, and then at the back here, I don't believe I saw a monthly review. I don't remember seeing that when I had a flick through. Just have another flick again. No monthly review, no like end of year review or anything like that. It's just the weekly review. And then at the very back here, they do have some finance tracking pages. And like I mentioned earlier, if you did want a version of these pages, like you like the layout but you don't want it in a book bound, they do have refill pages. It looks like they are pre-punched though to suit their like 6-ring like organizer thing. Unfortunately, if they were unpunched though, that would be great, and then you could just punch them and add them to a discbound planner. But anyway, the option's there if you want it. You got a finance tracker, which is just like your spending log. You get quite a few of these pages actually. We've got some savings where you can do a graph and keep track of it down here. They have different like phrases and quotes on the divider pages. I don't particularly love this pattern, this kind of like 3D thing, but it's something different. So if you're sick of looking at, I personally love looking at chevrons and polka dots, but I know some people are probably sick of that by now because most planners do include those patterns. Have some project planning pages at the back here, which I really love these. I really like this format where you can put the task, allocate to dates, and because it's all like touching, you can shade in the boxes and see, okay, I'm going to do a big chunk here where I work on that for a week, and then you can see what you're trying to do concurrently. So obviously you can't shade and work on it every single day, so it kind of helps you avoid over like scheduling yourself. And you got a little key as well. So I typically do for my key, like one diagonal would be started, and then the other ways to make a cross would be like completed. Or you could do an outline with a highlighter around the box, and then once it's done, you color in the box. Just a few other things to consider. Got a few of those pages. Then some more notes pages with dot grid paper. And then at the very back, we've got a pocket folder. And it's instepped quite a bit, so you can actually put your hand there and open it. I've seen a few planners and they'll have it right here, and it's actually really difficult to like get in there and open up the pocket folder. So at least this one gives you some more room to put your hand there. You got a built-in pen loop, and then whoops, there is nothing on the back. It's just a plain cover. As for the ghosting and bleed through, I don't tend to use a daily planner, and if I do, I usually just use my own inserts, so I won't be keeping this one. I do think it's really functional though if you did want a daily planner. You can see here there is a bit of show through of the ink that's already printed on the pages, so I think pens will show through as well. But I mean, I've come to expect that with sewn bound notebooks. I feel like it would be more rare to have a notebook that didn't have show through than it is to find one that does. So I hope you found this video helpful. I will have all those details and links and everything to the blog post down below. Don't forget to subscribe. I usually post a couple of review videos each week, and if you would like to see a review of a specific planner, let me know in the comments below.